The sun was sinking behind the Red Canyon walls when the sound of the rattler echoed across the dry valley, sharp and sudden, like a warning sent too late. She had been riding since dawn, dust clinging to her clothes, her thoughts fixed on reaching the next water stop before nightfall. One careless step near the rocks changed everything. The pain hit fast, burning, vicious, and she collapsed against the stone, breath shaking, fear spreading faster than the venom itself. By the time he found her, the desert had gone quiet again, as if it were watching. He was a trail cowboy, used to broken bones, storms, and long nights alone, but the sight of her pale face and trembling hands stopped him cold. He knelt without a word, his movements steady despite the urgency pounding in his chest. The bite marks were clear, the swelling already climbing her leg. There was no town nearby, no doctor, no time to waste. He did what the trail had taught him, what men whispered about but rarely faced. With careful hands and grim resolve, he worked to slow the poison, never leaving her side, never letting panic show. She tried to stay awake, listening to the low crackle of the fire he built and the distant movement of cattle near the waterhole. Every so often, she felt herself drifting, and every time, his voice pulled her back, calm and firm, reminding her to breathe, to hold on just a little longer. The night grew colder, stars burning bright above them, and the desert seemed endless. But he stayed awake, watching over her like the land itself had entrusted her to him. Hours passed, measured only by the fire and her uneven breaths. By dawn, the worst of the pain had eased, and the fever broke with the first light spilling across the valley. She opened her eyes to find him still there, hat pulled low, exhaustion etched into his face. In that quiet moment, she understood something deeper than gratitude. Out here, survival wasn't just strength or skill, it was choosing not to walk away. When he finally helped her stand, the desert looked different, less cruel, as if it had tested them both and decided to let them pass. They rode out slowly, not as strangers bound by chance, but as two souls marked by the same long night on the trail, knowing some bonds are forged not by words, but by staying when leaving would have been easier.